guys, Lori here. So I'm here to do part one of my BEA book haul. I've never been to BEA before. This was the first year that I was eligible to go. So I did get a lot of stuff. And I'm just going to split it into two parts. I tried to remember which days I got it, but to be honest, the days kind of like blurred together. But I will tell you if it's middle grade and if I know everything about anything about it. Some of them I really don't, but they just sound super interesting, or you just got handed stuff. I will admit I didn't keep all my books. I wound up giving a couple away just because I knew I wasn't going to read them. I knew that there was friends that would read them. So these are the ones that I wound up keeping and that I'm most excited to read. The first book was on my most highly anticipated books that I hope to get. Did not think it would happen, but I was able to snag a copy of Wildcard. Penguin, your lines at BEA were really, really well done, and I was so happy to get this. This is definitely going to be one of my first reads for this month because I cannot wait anymore, but I'm so excited that I wound up getting this and cannot wait to dive in. And I will definitely be giving you guys my thoughts probably earlier, but my brief thoughts, but my review will definitely post closer to September. The next book that I picked up was another one from Candlewick Press, and this comes out in November. And it's Hearts Unbroken, and this one is about it's like a contemporary novel, but it's about a native teen. Cynthia Lee Smith turns realistic fiction with the thoughtful story of a native teen navigating the complicated, confusing waters of high school and first love. It has a theater connection, which I'm always fascinated by and ready to read more. So this one will definitely fall into the summer category when I wind up reading it. The next book that I wound up picking up is also another Candlewick Press books, and it's called Born Scared. And this is another, I think it's like, Elliot lives his first 13 years confined to home, paralyzed by fear. Now he's out of pills, snow is falling, and the only safe person is missing. A terrifying thriller from Carnegie Mellon's Kevin Brooks. So that sounds really interesting. I love survival stories. I recently read, Not If I Save You First by Allie Carter and really liked it. So hopefully I have similar results about this book, and it comes out in September. This is another Candlewick Press book, and it's called Begone the Raggedy Witches. And I'm just going to read you guys the little back summaries because I don't want to read you guys a whole summary, but this one does come out in September, and it says, when witches kidnap her dad, Mud is swept up in a tidal wave of magic that carries her to another world. Can she reunite her family and find her way back? And this is book one in the Wild Magic trilogy, and it's by Selena Kiernan. I did pick up a lot of middle grade just because I really like little middle grade, and then I'm able to pass them on to my students or the kids at the gym. So this cover is also really, really pretty. And this is a book from Abrams, and this does come out in September, and it's called Swept, the Story of a Girl and Her Monster. And this is another adventure book for middle grade. Just look, the cover looks so cute, and I really want to read it and then pass it on to the kids at the gym. This was one from Novel, and it's called The War Outside, and it's from the author of The Girl in the Blue Coat, and it takes place in 1944, and the World War II is raging, and I think it's a thing of two teens and a story about them, but it sounds really interesting, and this book comes out in September. I will warn you, a lot of these books come out in September, so I'm going to have to read some of these early to make my deadlines. This is another book that was one of my highly anticipated reads, was also September release, and it's Rule by Ellen Goodlett. And this follows three characters, and its summary is, Three Dark Crowns meets Pretty Little Liars with a dash of King Lear in this sensational, striking new fantasy debut. And I love this cover so much, and this, again, comes out in September. I was so excited to get this one. This is book two. Well, I think it's book two. I think this one comes out in September. So this is book two of the Rick Riordan imprint, and this is Storm Runner. And I don't know what one this is. Spicy heroes, tricky giants, murderous demons, Spirited Away are just some of the pleasures that await this fresh and funny take on the Mayan mythology, as rich and delicious as a mug of authentic hot chocolate. So this is the Mayan mythology one. I did get the other one. It's just in a different bag. But this one does come out in September. And I also did pick out Wizard of Lunch by Cressy Carroll, Twice Magic, which means I have to read the first book this summer in a quick and timely fashion. But this cover is so pretty. I also got Black Wings Beating. I got this from the Owl Crate spinning booth on the first day that I was there, and I won this from them. This is a book that I actually wanted. This is a fierce read pick, and it does come out in October. And I think it's like a fantasy fiction, but I think it's just and it's about twins. Ooh, this is a book about twins, which you know how much I love. I don't know much about this, but I'm really excited to read it. And I have heard great things by Alex London, and this cover is like so pretty. This was a book that I got from Harlequin. She was signing by Natalie Richard Fisher. This one does come out in September, but it is a contemporary novel. My subconscious is asking me what could possibly go wrong, and we both know the answer is everything. And I think this deals with schizophrenia, and it's just a contemporary novel, but the author was really, really nice, and I can't wait to read it this summer. It definitely sounds like a more emotional contemporary as well. I was able to get a copy of Dear Evan Hansen, which is the novelization based on the Broadway musical. I've not listened to the music, I've not seen the play, but I will be reading this, and this comes out in October. I'm so excited! I got Magic Misfits by Neil Patrick Harris. This is the second book in his series. I was so excited to dive into this novel, and this does come out in September. I also did receive an ER copy of this from Candlewick Press, but when I saw it on the floor, I was like, you know what? I will get it so I can take some cute Instagram pictures. And this is the Turnaway Girls. And I think it's a book about, like, water. I think it's like a water mythology book, but it sounds really, really interesting. So, and I also did not get to meet them, but I did wind up picking up I was handed a copy of The Greatest Love Story Ever, told by Mick Manali and Nick Offerman. They were there. I didn't get to meet them, but this is a nonfiction novel which they wrote together, and I heard that it's supposed to be adorable and hysterical, and I will definitely be reading this, and it comes out in October. This was probably one of the most exciting ones that I got because I got to meet Brandon Reich and Ali Condi. This is A Dark Deep. This was one of my most highly anticipated books from BA and BookCon, and when they signed it, I was the first book that they ever signed. And this is a take on, it's basically a middle grade version for middle grade kids, basically like Stranger Things. I definitely want to read this in a quick and timely fashion so I can report back. And if you go to my giveaway, my YouTube focus giveaway is a copy of this book. Not this copy, but a copy. Way on my blog is for an arc of The Iron Flower by Laurie Forrester. I was able to get this book signed for you guys. It's not personalized, honestly, but I also have not read book one, so I figured I would much rather find someone that really does want this book. And if I wind up reading The Black Witch and wanting to read The Iron Tower, I could just read it when it comes out. But this will be the giveaway prize for the blog. So make sure you guys go enter that giveaway and follow my blog. And if you guys want to win a copy of The Dark Deep, follow my Instagram channels, or follow both and enter both giveaways, then you have more chances to win, which would be lovely, I think. The next book was another book that I really wanted, and this was, I think, on my top 10 books I wanted, was Grace and Fury by Tracy Bangenhart. This comes out in July, which means I'm going to be reading this really, really fast, or in a more timely fashion. It says, bold, brutal, and beautiful story of fierce sisterhood for fans of The Selection and Caraval. I loved Caraval. I was not the biggest fan of The Selection, but I hope I like this, and I love books about sisters and strong females. So hopefully this book does not disappoint, and this book was from Novel. One of my most highly anticipated books, definitely from BA and BookCon, was City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, and I did get a copy. I'm so excited to read this. It is a middle grade book. It does come out in August. I will be reading this in a quick and timely fashion, so keep a nose out for my review. I'm really excited for this one. This was another one that I picked up, which was, I think I got this the first day of BEA, and this was the Explorer's Account Nebular Secret. I love, like, the book series, like 39 Clues and all those series, so this seems very, very similar to that. And I really want to read this and then pass it on to my kids. I have the perfect little boy in mind for this book, so I want to read it and report back, and this does come out in September, so hopefully I like it and they like it. I also did pick up a copy from Novel of Light Years by Cass Morgan. This is from the author of the 100 series. I haven't read that series, but I do like the TV show. And this is Hidden Secrets, Forbidden Love Collide in an Interstellar Military Boarding School. And this comes out in October. So hopefully I like this and able to report back to you guys. Another book that I wound up getting was A Heart in the Body of the World by Deb Coletti. I can't tell if this is, oh no, sorry, this is a teen fiction and it is a contemporary book and it does come out in September. And I think it's when everything else has been taken from you, what else is there to do but run? Is running through mountain passes and suburban landscapes. She's not really thinking about why yet, just how muscles, heartbeat. I think this is about, I think she's just trying to escape from something, but I don't think you know what it is. But it's supposed to be, sounds really, definitely more an emotional contemporary, which you guys know that I really enjoy. And this does come out in September. The next book that I also picked up was a copy of The Sisters of the Winter Wood by Rona Rosanna. There are many types of love, but there is nothing like a sister. Mine is a golden swan. Sounds really interesting. And this book does come out in September. And this is like, I think it's probably like a, oh, this book is written in verse too. So that will be really interesting. I don't often read a lot of verse books, but I will give this a chance. And this is a book from Red Hook. And I think I got this again. I got this the first day of BEA on that Wednesday. But it does sound really interesting. I know that this book was also in some people's VIP bags. So I think a lot of more people got this book as well. And then my friend Tiffany knows I have been attempting to read more historical fiction, so she got me When Women Ruled the World, 6 Queens of Egypt. This is another book that I would probably read like over the course of a month, and I will put that over there in my other pile, but this sounded really interesting. And this, I don't think it tells me when it comes out. Oh yeah, this comes out in November, so, but yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go find my other books, and I will be back in a couple of minutes with the rest of this book. The book that I'm going to show you next is the book that I'm actually currently reading, and it's called Broken Things by Lauren Oliver. This is an epic read pick, and it's Their Town Called Them Liars, the World Called Them Monsters, Only They Could Uncover the Truth. And it's been 5 years since Summer Marks was brutally murdered in the woods. Everyone thinks Mia and Bryn killed their best friend, that driven by their obsession with a novel called The Way into Lorne. The 3 girls had imagined themselves into a magical world where their fantasies became twisted, even deadly. The only thing is they didn't do it. And I am about 62 pages into this book right now, and I'm really enjoying it. This book does not come out until September, but it was the first book I saw on my bag, and that's the one that I started reading. But I'm really enjoying it so far, and I love how it's a mystery and a thriller, but there is some paranormal elements as well. And the next read I read is one I'm super excited for. I actually did wind up with 2 copies of this, but this one I gave one to my friend Marissa for her birthday. But What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. I really am so excited to read this book. I will definitely be diving into this book this summer so I can share my thoughts in a quick and timely fashion, but this will definitely be added to my forever collection because I always collect Adam Silvera arcs because I've seen him a lot. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this one as well. The next book I picked up was another novel pick, and it's The Adventures Guild Twilight of the Elves, which means I have to read The Adventure Guild's book 1, which is also on my shelf. But this comes out in, oh no, I'm sorry, this is a Disney book. What am I doing? This is Disney, and this comes out in October. And Adam's books comes out in September. And then this was another one that I was really excited for, and this is coming in March 2019 from Tor, and this is Never Contented Things, which is a novel of Fae by Sarah Porter. You know this is an early arc when it doesn't even have a cover, and this I got from Owl Crate on the Thursday, and I am really excited to read this. I unfortunately was not able to find a Wicked King arc. That arc drop was just crazy and chaotic, and it just did not happen. But I really am excited to read this, and hopefully this will tide me over until I can get an arc of Wicked King. But I'm really excited to dive into this one as well. So that is part 1 of my BEA book haul. I will have a part 2, and then my BookCon book haul, which will be coming hopefully today. I want to film everything so I can put everything on my shelves. But this is part 1. Let me know what book you are most excited to see me review and read, and that may influence what I decide about my TBR, which I still have not even just thought about yet. But I'm really excited to show you guys the rest of my haul, and I hope you guys are liking these videos. If you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button and the like button, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.